A drug 10 times more powerful than crack, 10 times more addictive than heroin. If you think the crime rate is high now, you better hope this drug doesn't arrive in your city. It will be an epidemic. What will you do for the brown clown? These are the first words introduced of this odd event. Well, in the prison systems, it's actually a common occurrence. Brown clown is an example containing a mix of tobacco, K2, salvia, and possibly even Rotrade, and who knows what else. Dozens of desperate inmates would get tweaked out on this stuff, and we're here to cover the underground event known as the Brown Clown Chronicles. Yo, what's up? It's someone that's no one, and welcome back to another Substance Explained video. This one comes from a couple of YouTube videos from 7 years back, and I got requested to cover this. One infamous event or substance that's flew under the radar is known as the Brown Clown Chronicles. The exact contents aren't exactly known, but it's mainly thought to be spice or K2. Commonly, it's sprayed on tobacco, and there may even be salvia or Rotrade used. And lots of people in the prison system were abusing this in Alabama. So yeah, here's another crazy bizarre case of substance use we got today, and we'll break down what it is, how it works, where it comes from, the effects on the body, real stories and clips, and why this matters not just in prisons, but as a reflection of human behavior at large. What is it? Chemical class. Okay, so expect most of this to be pretty loose and hypothetical. Main reason being is we don't actually know 100% what this stuff was. The large consensus is that, at the very least, it's spice or K2, synthetic cannabinoids, which oftentimes finding the exact chemical for that is complicated. But there have been claims that it very well may be something else or even stuff added on, such as salvia or Rotrade. I wouldn't be surprised if it was either based on the reactions. But the truth is, for all we know, it could have had bath salts in it, or something entirely else. The tobacco part does seem to hold true, as this was the only part of it officially reported.
Who on the bell?
Hey, so tell me,
What's it?
how's the brown cloud make you feel?
Yeah, I've been feeling kind of woozy at first. But when I started feeling like I'm about to wig, I go off this motherfucker.
Okay, well then tell me what
I'm
is,
a whole different person.
tell me what is wigging?
What is wig? Oh, wigging is when you blank out, man. You just do some shit. You ain't gonna remember shit you did until they tell you or show you on the video, baby.
Legal medical status. Technically, this is largely unregulated, so therefore technically not illegal, but could be tried as an analog under the right circumstances. Many variants of spice have made it to Schedule 1 and illegal, but without us knowing exactly what's being used, we can't say 100% it is an illegal substance. Obviously, no medical approval, but we can say that the act of intoxication in prison like this is prohibited and can result in disciplinary action. Intended use. The main use of brown clown and why it exists is to act as an alternative to another substance and simply induce some kind of high. Spice itself was designed for this reason, so it could be a potential alternative for cannabis. Brown clown, though, offers something much more intense, to the point of completely losing yourself. The access in prisons can be super limited, so at times many people will settle with what they can get. Brown clown possibly being one of them. Even if it doesn't turn out good, that loss itself can be appealing enough.
Last time you smoked, you know what happened, right?
Nah.
You don't remember what happened? But you ready to smoke again? You don't give a fuck, do it. Better up there. Fly that shit up there, partner. Hold that shit in, goddammit.
Hey. Oh, stop all that shit. Hey, man, y'all take him on to the bathroom, man. Take him on to the bathroom.
Somebody get this man out the floor, man.
Get that man out the floor.
History. Synthesis background. In the event of these chronicles, I imagine they made this, or you can say synthesized this, for an economic incentive, albeit probably a small one. We don't know the exact contents of brown clown, but it seems to be simply tobacco sprayed with unknown substances. Probably K2, but maybe more. And then it gets rolled up with some rolling paper where it gets smoked. Cultural significance. This shows kind of a practice and behavior people are willing to partake in, and it's the result of prison conditions strongly. A lot of the time, this is fueled by drug scarcity, which to be a victim of this yourself, you probably already have some kind of abuse or addiction issues in the past. Spice itself was made as a cheap alternative for cannabis, that and being able to pass a drug test. But through the 2000s, we did see a rise in herbal incense products online and at smoke shops. They would be marked not for human consumption, and was often sprayed with spice. The Brown Clown Chronicles is likely just a carryover of this activity that developed in certain prisons, in this case in Alabama. While someone on the outside might get totally freaked out and scared over using K2, we see from the Brown Clown Chronicles a different kind of attitude, where many embody the feeling and take what they can get out of it. They see what the state can be like, how it can incapacitate a person and make them tweak out, and they still decide to take it.
Hey Fabian. Fabian, before you fired up, how does the brown clown make you feel? Like a professional? How you feeling right now?
It really does highlight how much little regard they have for their own health and well-being, and also highlights how the environments may allow for or even influence the behavior to begin with, and prisoners tend to influence other prisoners as well. Taxonomy. So as you might expect, nothing official for how the Brown Clown Chronicles got its name. Unofficially, just going off what we can make out, I imagine the brown part comes from the appearance of the tobacco, while the clown part refers how the substance will make one feel, or come off, and the chronicles part comes from the fact that many people would take it multiple times, with their behavior coming off as eventful and entertaining, with some claims a possible addiction even, but mainly it's based off cultural slang. And you could probably add some other terms like escapism and whatnot, but again, nothing official here. Pharmacology. Mechanism of action. Again, we have no data for this, so we'll speculate. Assuming it is sprayed with spice, then the activity would be full-on agonism of cannabinoid receptors. THC is only a partial agonist. The full agonism is what makes it strong and unpredictable, where dangerous side effects can pop up. If tobacco is being used, there is some nicotinic activity going on, causing mild stimulation. But there could be something more or something else entirely. I've read some claims that it may be salvia, which, given the reaction, it very well could be in this case. That deals with kappa opioid activity. Then I saw a claim of Rotrade, which would be a pyrethroid, and is unpredictable but most likely dangerous. Or it can be something I'm not even mentioning, like bath salts or something totally unknown. Again, nothing official, but either way, it does seem to hit hard whatever it is. Metabolism. Likewise, this is highly variable due to the unknown chemical makeup. All the substances we mention can have varied metabolism themselves, let alone them messing with each other's metabolism. The main suspected drug, K2 or spice, that itself already has a big question mark concerning metabolism. Synthetic cannabinoids can vary. It can be way shorter than a normal cannabis experience, with metabolism really acting out in the first hour or so, or it can be way longer, maybe like 3 to 4 times as long to metabolize. Salvia tends to be quick, with effects coming on within minutes and lasting just as long, while Rotrade is pretty variable, as ingredients can vary. I recommend checking out the wasp spray video we made for a deep dive on this class. But because this is smoked, we can assume these are absorbed via alveolar capillary gas transfer, where it bypasses first pass metabolism, allowing for typically stronger effects with a faster onset. Half-life. Again, we can't say much definitively about this. At the very least, we can assume that it happens quick, as it is smoked, and it appears not to last very long for the prisoners. But these chemical classes vary, especially the synthetics. It can be cleared in a couple hours, while others may take days. Salvia and roach trade will probably clear up pretty quickly, and if it isn't a combination, it can affect all of this. The experience. So you can get a full range of effects depending on what this actually is. We're trying to pick some things that were actually captured in the footage. With claims of it being one of the most powerful drugs, more powerful than anything on the streets, the effects that come on don't seem to downplay that. We'll start with some negatives, which it seems to be a ton, but commonly anxiety and paranoia seem to be present at first, followed on by a quick loss of self where many end up totally detached from reality. A blackout might ensue, or maybe a psychotic state might, or maybe a convulsive one where a seizure or vomiting comes on. There may be intense bouts of laughter or intense bouts of aggression. Maybe there is some euphoria or a high reached. Commonly, it gets prisoners acting very strange and dissociated, with a strong loss of motor control, where they get depicted as having clown-like behavior. They would also call this wigging out. Subjectivity. What does it feel like? Like the effects, subjectively, this seems to have a large range. You could just black out. You may start tweaking out in laughter, and fear, and weirdness, dissociated. You could have a seizure. Many don't seem to remember it regardless. For the most part though, in prison life, they may do it out of appeal to mentally escape or relieve boredom, just to feel something. But this something is super questionable overall. It mainly seems unpleasant, but I'll show a couple clips now to give a better idea, and we'll have some more later on.
Why? Happy New Year's in this bitch, man. Had a good New Year's if you ain't shitting on yourself. Yeah, you laughing fuck. Cowboy Junior, wake up, man. This nigga back here dead.
Dosage. Again, nothing official with this, but we'll try and go off what was shown in the video. So they would roll out these very tiny cigarettes. I mean like toothpicks. And most times, it seems like they would face it to themselves, or try to. And many times, they would egg each other on to keep hitting it, with some dogging themselves up and each other up, like they can take on anything and not tweak out. But it seemed like everyone knew that it would absolutely mess up people no matter what, and they would just find that hilarious to see someone get that tweaked out. So yeah, while it was these tiny toothpick-like cigarettes, most didn't even get halfway through before they started to wig out. Timeline. So again, I couldn't gather anything official with this, but it seems to be maybe a few hours at most, if not shorter. It does point it to being salvia or spice. Effects seem to set in within minutes, if not faster, but we have no full recorded experience. We do see some prisoners in the beginning who are tweaking out come back just fine later. Again, hard to say exactly without the fine details, but given how smokables tend to go, especially with spice and salvia, I do lean towards this being a short intense experience, probably not longer than a couple hours or so. Risk and dangers. Overdose potential. Overdose potential is through the roof with this. Synthetic cannabinoids are notorious for having a strong overdose risk, due to a lack of research and unknown dosing mainly. So often, we don't even know a safe dose even if we are measuring it, which in this is tobacco sprayed with an unknown amount. Given how strong and severe some of the reactions are, it probably was way too overboard.
How does brown cloud make you feel?
Make me feel, I be trying to stop sometimes, but I be so far in it that when I try to stop, it detox me from stopping.
Right.
So I got to have it.
Right.
The protocol there. So if I ain't shooting or shaking, I ain't doing nothing. You see me eating out the flow, that's my favorite thing. See my nickname flow.
Okay. I know what I be wondering, what the hell, what they going through right here, where they be at.
They don't even know.
Addiction. So there is actually some people that say the desire for this drug, how it was better than anything you can get off the streets.
How does brown cloud make you feel?
Oh, Brown Clown make me feel excellent.
Makes you feel
I mean,
excellent.
it make me feel like James Brown too.
Okay. Right.
It's better than crack cocaine. It's better than methamphetamine. It's better than that alcohol, no food, baby. And it's damn so better than goddamn marijuana. This shit'll fuck you around. Have you on the ground flopping like a fish out fresh out of water. I'm trying to tell you, boy, I done seen God. I done seen my mama, my grandma. I done seen everybody that I ain't seen in a long time. I ain't never seen God. Have you ever seen God? Smoke some of that shit. That's straight like that.
I highly doubt this, but everyone's different. The prison context does complicate this, but I imagine given the conditions, a psychological addiction of sorts could develop, but probably mainly through binge use.
Do you see yourself stop smoking brown cloud? I mean, or do you want to quit?
I quit when I get ready to get out.
You quit when you get ready to get out? Are you sure it's going to be that easy? You roll up 2 at a time, and you think it's going to be easy to quit?
Personal accounts. Case reports. So I'm not going to show the most intense parts here, even if this video is on YouTube itself. I mean, we're still here to show the real, give a feel for how this is, but if you really want to see all of it, the link will be below. For example, things like people stripping naked, screaming ridiculously, some full-on delusions, possible seizures taking place. Just some of it can come off as shocking or disturbing, especially the lack of concern, where they're having these tickle fights, yelling at each other, shining bright lights in their face, laughing ridiculously. You'll just see with some of these clips.
Hey, man. Like Drew Carey. Drew Carey, look at that boy. Look at that. Hey, man. Hey. Timber. Ooh, boy, that big goddamn fall, they gonna be over. Ooh, shit. Does that one live? Hey, that big fall, that big might have to. Family guy. You over there with that man every day, bro? Look, the man finna fall, bro. That's some fucked up shit, bro. Damn, that's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up, man. Go help your partner. You be with him every day, man. Oh, shit, this nigga, he done flipped out. He done flipped out of this bitch. Hey, man. Ooh, that be weird fucked up. Everybody spook. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Look at him. Look at him. He's scared the shit out of him.
Potential future. Conclusion. Research and future trends. Man, what can I even say here? It's just going through this, man. It's just like people are really, get to a point, and I don't think necessarily the takeaway from this video is what is brown clown. What was it? Was it K2, Salvia, Roche? Was it all that stuff all together? I don't really think that is the takeaway or the main point from this event. Main reason being is I'm sure this is far from the first time where some mystery drug makes its way throughout a prison. It's just probably one of the first ones that's been recorded and quote unquote documented like this. Sadly though, it's a reflection of prison life and human nature. Being locked up, you're gonna get bored, especially if you're in there for a long time. You might just get desperate to feel something different. Depending on the situation, you might be able to legally get cigarettes and whatnot, but even that may be far and few between. And the crazy part is, even for something as dangerous and unappealing as this brown clown, it still most likely has value in the prison economy. Dude even said in the video that he would have to pay him back if he smoked all his brown clown.
You gonna open 2 tops, you gonna smoke all of it. Yeah, that's gonna be on the first.
Obviously, stricter controls and detection methods could limit this, but doesn't remove the desire to, or the root of the problem really. Partially decriminalizing substances could indirectly help reduce this, as abusers could avoid prison life and get actual help if need be. Then just probably presenting real facts, health concerns, whilst focusing on community building and well-being amongst each other would naturally guide people in a better direction. Again, it's a complicated situation, but it does reflect how society is set up on a deeper level. The Brown Clown Chronicles is a prime example of how chaotic and desperate prison life can be. Literally, people are tweaking out, falling over, possibly seizing out, having one of the worst experiences of their life, just for everyone else around them to be laughs and fun. It demonstrates how a lot of these people have abuse issues, have little concern for their health and well-being, or for others' well-being, and it shows how being incarcerated can worsen these things at times, sometimes inspire them totally outright. Brown Clown may or may not still be a thing, but regardless if it's Brown Clown, if it's K2, Salvia, whatever the case, it highlights a not so talked about problem within our society. But we'll end things there for today. Again, if you want to see more, check the links below. Let me know what I should get into next. This was requested of me, so by all means, let me know. Make sure to like and subscribe, check out the socials. It's been someone that's no one, got more bangers, cooking up, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Alright, now check this out. What you finna do right here?
Let's slap that dude right there.
Who you finna slap?
Like Alicia's
What you finna slap who?
Cinderella.
What you gonna slap here for?
With some brown clown.
For some brown clown? What you do with brown clown?
Smoke the fuck out of it. Smoke the fuck out of it.
Smoke the fuck out of it.